Hello, I'm Dynasty Mir.
There's a lot of history. A lot of Benin. There's a lot of history in this city. Like I said, this is the birthplace of Toussaint Louverture's father. So this is his hometown. All right, my car's ready. We gotta get out of here. Peace from Allada, Benin. Excuse me. Photo. It's fine, it's fine. Grabbing some breakfast in Allada. So we have chicken, rice with a sauce. Oh yeah. Fish, chicken. I got the chicken, rice with the sauce. That's what I got.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Which picture you and here?
Yes.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Sit down. So we're in Allada, Benin for the Voodoo Festival in Allada. And just eating some quick breakfast. It's like 9 o'clock a.m. and I haven't eaten yet. So we got some chicken, some rice, fromage, which is cheese, with a sauce on it. It's pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. I got a feeling. You know, I haven't had any bad food in Africa. Everything tastes great when I'm over here. She's throwing some extra sauce on it. Okay. Voila. Oh yeah. Voila. All right, sorry. Now all I have to do is wash my hands. Then I'm gonna eat. Rue, what did you get? You had the fish and the rice.
Yes, the fish and the rice. Okay, we are in Allada now, and when you come here, you can find fish and rice. Everything here, you can eat.
Yes.
Okay, like I can enjoy this now.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Yes.
I'm gonna enjoy my chicken and rice and cheese as well. It's like it's a fried cheese. It's fried. It's delicious. So I'm gonna enjoy that too. Let me wash my hands. We're gonna eat and dig in. You know I love to eat because I'm greedy. I love food. So this must be a pepper sauce. Let me taste the chicken. And guys, everything here is fresh. Like this is fresh chicken. Not shot up with steroids and hormones like in the supermarket in America. This is fresh chicken. Everything is fresh. Delicious. Oh. Let me eat the cheese. Oh, delicious. That's the chef. Get her on camera. Get her on camera. Get her on camera. That's the chef, everybody. She prepared it. Thank you. C'est bon.
D'accord.
D'accord.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh, delicious. So everything is delicious. Everything is good. Thank you. Let me finish my meal. Everything's great. Till next time, we're in Allada, Benin for the Voodoo Festival in Allada. Peace.
When I put up with it, when I put up with it, why I say.
There you go, Jay. There you go. There you go.
There was blood in the other one.
Yeah, no, everything, I feel like you feel the exact same way that I do about a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of difficulties that we face with in America where we could just come here and it's like our homeland, we could be reconnected with things that we've been disconnected from. So hearing someone else say the same things made me more adamant about coming here.
Tell everybody where you're from, man.
From Cleveland, Ohio, America. But I'm out here in Benin right now. Connected with the ancestors.
What's your name?
Ramesu Sarah.
Okay. What's up, brother? Well, welcome to the motherland. Welcome to Benin.
Appreciate it.
For sure, brother. Glad you came, man. Glad you
learn
came.
as much as I can.
For sure.
It's good seeing all this African royalty.
J'insiste beaucoup là-dessus parce que c'est profond, c'est lourd. Il faut être
Ils sont partis d'ici avec le Voodoo. Bonne fête de Voodoo à tous. Bonne fête de Voodoo à moi. Surtout à Allada. Et ça me donne grand plaisir dans le long de mes arrières. Plus en Louverture que je me retrouve.
All right, so the question is, we're in Allada, Benin, and the question is, why do white people enjoy coming to Africa? Because there's a ton of black people, black Americans, who are scared to come to Africa, but every time I'm in Benin, white people are always here having fun. So I have some white people here who are going to answer my question. Why do white people enjoy Africa so much, or why do they continue to come to Africa? Go ahead. If you could tell people your name and where you're from and all that good stuff.
My name is Lillian. I'm from Canada, but I actually live in Accra, Ghana at this point in time.
Okay.
And we come to these festivals and travel around Western Africa and Africa because we're curious about the culture here. It's fascinating to us. I've never seen anything like this before, so it's totally intriguing and totally fascinating. And there's just so much to learn about the culture and things that we will never get to see in North America.
Okay.
That's why we travel in Africa.
Okay. Let me ask you this question too, if you can lean in. For black people who are afraid of voodoo, because you know voodoo has a very negative stereotype, but you are a white woman, you're here enjoying the voodoo festival. What would you tell black people, black Americans, Africans, who are afraid of their own indigenous religion called voodoo?
I would tell them to get educated on the voodoo religion. I think North Americans especially, we have this, what comes to mind immediately is dark voodoo, you know, the New Orleans style, or, you know, the voodoo dolls where people are putting curses on people, and it's not all about that. So people just need to educate themselves on it. It's not all bad voodoo. You know, here I think mostly it's good voodoo, although I'm sure there might be some bad as well. And what you're experiencing at these festivals is good voodoo. You're not going to see anything dark and really, you know, like really bad. This is a place where it's a festival, and yeah, you're not seeing anything like that.
Okay. Another question I have. For black people, Africans, white people, for black people, Africans, black Americans, who renounce voodoo, renounce their indigenous religion, say it's evil, but they are Christians and they're Muslims. what would be like? How do you feel about black people who renounce their indigenous African religion but pick up Christianity and Islam? What would be your thoughts on that?
I just think that's very individual. You know what? People will pray to any god that they believe in. So if they renounce voodoo and want to believe in God, that's their personal preference.
Okay.
So I don't think anyone can judge anyone for their religious choices.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, and the last question. Black people. Again, white woman in Africa, enjoying African. You live in Africa now too, correct?
Yes, for about 8 months.
8 months you live in here.
Yeah.
For black people who are like, I'm not going to go to Africa, I'm going to travel to Europe instead. I don't want to go to Africa because of all the bad images that are on TV, so I'm going to go to Europe. I'm scared of Africa. What would you tell black people, black Americans, people of African descent who are scared of Africa but are but would rather travel to Europe? What would you tell them?
I would have to tell them that they shouldn't judge something from what they see in the media, because you see a lot of things in the media that are misrepresented. So you really need to come see yourself. Some of these countries, I mean, I can really only speak for Ghana because that's where I live. The people are incredible. And so far in Togo and Benin, the people have been very friendly and very welcoming as well. You need to come and experience it for yourself. You can't judge by the media because a lot of things are misrepresented. So,
all right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just something you want to say?
No. The point is, I mean, if the Africans don't know where they are coming from, they're totally lost. We must trace where we are coming from and know who we are. If you know who we are proud always to come back home and then even reinvest in our country. Because sometimes I feel very ashamed that when the youth, everybody is going up there to do what? I always ask, to do what? To clean, to do all the job. But if it is money, we have money here. Our land are fertile. We are rich in culture. We are rich in everything. Come on, people, you better come home. Feel proud, identify yourself, come home and come and enjoy it over here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, perfect.
But in here they can come and automatically be equal, so I'm not...
Anything you like to add?
Yeah.
Anything you like to add? No, you don't want to add? Okay, you don't want to add? Okay. Anything you like to add? You sure? Okay.
I love Africa, man.
You say that again. You got.
No, I love Africa.
You love Africa?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. No. Why?
It's a difficult question. Why? But if Africa catch you, you will enjoy every day here. And I traveled like more than a year in Africa, and I enjoy every single day. It's sometimes difficult because it's not easy continent to travel, but I really love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
So I just finished asking him where he's from, and he's from Georgia.
I'm from California, America. I'm from California originally, Sacramento, but now I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
So, and he was asking me earlier, why do African Americans hesitate to come to Africa? This is where their roots are. So I have now...
Say that again, but repeat that again, is where their roots are.
Well, why do African Americans not want to come to Africa where their roots are? I mean, because most African Americans originated from Africa at some point in time.
You know, there are African Americans saying that they are native to America. What are your thoughts on that?
It depends. Define native. I mean, if
they're not African. They're North Americans.
If that's what they choose to believe, and maybe it's true. I can't refute that because I don't know what their situation is. But I mean, I do believe that most African Americans probably originated from slaves years ago. I don't know of any black people that were native to North America, so I really can't speak to that. But I think it's interesting that you're here exploring your roots, and it's a come home year for all black Black Americans this year. There's a call out, at least in Ghana, to come home and explore your roots this year in 2019.
That's awesome. They're just trying to get African Americans to actually do it.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of who they are, which is sad.
I think that that they have a lot to learn from the people here.
Right.
A lot to learn from the people here. And that they need to come and see this for themselves.
Absolutely. Say that last part again.
Come see.
Because they won't believe me because I'm black, but they hear from a white woman, they'll come.
Come see it for yourselves. It's incredible. It's an experience like you will never have anywhere else, and you need to come see it. It's so much deeper than what you might imagine on the surface, and it has to be experienced for yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Voilà, Sa Majesté s'est levée. Il est bien vrai que vous êtes très influent aux États-Unis.
All right, so this is the statue of Toussaint Louverture. For many of you who do not know, Toussaint Louverture's father is from the city of Allada. That's where we're at right now. We're in Allada, Benin. So some interesting facts on Toussaint Louverture and the Haitian Revolution. If it was not for Toussaint Louverture, well, really, if it was not for Voodoo and Toussaint Louverture and the Haitians defeating the French, I believe they defeated the Spanish. I believe the Britons, I'm not sure, but for sure they defeated the Spanish and the French. If it was not for that, the Haitian Revolution, them revolting, them defeating the greatest army at the time, which was the French army, slavery would not have ended when it did. The reason why slavery ended when it ended was because when the Haitians defeated the French, Europeans, white people were scared shitless that other slaves would begin to revolt on their plantations. So, and also too, in Africa, Europeans would literally snatch Africans off the street and sell them into slavery. So again, if it wasn't for Toussaint Louverture, and when the Haitians defeated the French, that stopped. So we need to thank the Haitians, Toussaint Louverture, and Voodoo for ending slavery, ending the kidnapping of slaves from Africa. If it was not for this man right here, Toussaint Louverture, slavery would not have ended when it ended. Not only in Africa, but also in America. So again, we're in Allada, Benin, the home of Toussaint Louverture. I know his father is from this city, and we need to thank this man, because if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Voodoo, because Voodoo is what sparked the Haitians to revolt. If you study this, if you study the Haitian Revolution, it was Bookman, who was a Hunan, who sparked the Haitians to start the revolt through Voodoo. Through Voodoo, the religion we demonize. If it wasn't for Voodoo, the religion many of us demonize, many of us black people. If it wasn't for Voodoo and the Haitians, okay, and them revolting in Haiti, we would still be slaves. And also, Toussaint Louverture, Shaka Zulu were two of the greatest military strategists ever in history. They don't tell you that. They don't teach that. But Toussaint Louverture was one of the greatest military strategists ever to live. Him and Shaka Zulu. They don't tell you that in history. They don't like to share the history. But yeah, this man right here, we need to be thankful.